Hi, my name is Serena and I'm going to be your clinician today. We're going to get to know each other a little bit first. Today we are going to focus on making some goals and helping you meet those goals. First off, can you tell me why you're here today?
Yeah, so I just got done with like a competition and I feel like I'm having issues getting back into like the swing of like tracking food and feeling comfortable like gaining weight, like more like psychologically, like seeing myself at a heavier weight.
Okay. Can you tell me where this all began?
Yeah, when I was competing, I had like a really strict coach and he just like was kind of a perfectionist and really just wanted me to like be super strict about tracking and all that stuff. So it's kind of hard for me to go back to not being that way and like watching myself gain weight when I've been so lean. So stuff like tracking my food and stuff like that is really triggering for me.
Okay. I can see where you're coming from and I bet that's really hard for you. What about the sport of competing makes you feel this way?
Just that I was in like the best shape of my life and like I looked really great and I have all these pictures being so lean and like I don't look like that anymore. And it's hard for me to, even though I know that it's better for me not to be, it's not realistic for me to be that lean, it's hard to see myself with like extra body fat and stuff like that. So I feel very like restricted by what I eat and I'm having a hard time like getting back to like eating like a normal person, I guess.
Yeah, I can see where you're really stuck with that. Do you use anything to like track your food?
Yeah, well I weigh everything still. I'm kind of like trying to get off of that and I'm also using MyFitnessPal.
Okay. Can you tell me a little bit more about MyFitnessPal and what you do?
Yeah, so I mean, like I said, I weigh everything and I make sure that like I track everything I'm doing. And like even if I have like something really small, like I'll still track it even if it's only like a few calories. And like I don't miss a single day of tracking. And I make sure that like I'm always like hitting my macros, and if I don't, like I really beat myself up about it.
Yeah, so I can see the really frustrating part for you, especially when you feel like you can't hit those numbers, and when you don't, it just kind of ruins your day. And I can tell that really affects your mood, and I'm really sorry that has to happen to you. Do you have any like social support around you when it comes to this?
Yeah, I have some friends that have like done competitions before, and I have some other like girls that I did that were on my team when I was doing my bodybuilding show, and like my mom's pretty supportive. But
what does a typical day look like for you? Because I know you say you track your food every single day. What do you typically eat on a normal day?
So for breakfast, I eat egg whites, oatmeal, maybe like a little bit of fruit, so like half a cup of egg whites, like a third a cup of oats, almond milk, and like 50 grams of strawberries. And then for like a snack, I'll have like 1 ounce of almonds and 2 rice cakes, and then I'll have a salad for lunch with like 4 ounces of chicken. And then like I don't use any dressing, and for a snack I'll have like 50 grams of carrots and 2 ounces of hummus. And then for dinner it's like salmon, 4 ounces of salmon, half a cup of brown rice, and then like 100 grams of asparagus.
Wow, so you have everything.
Yeah, I know everything to the T.
Absolutely. And I can see how dedicated you are to this sport, and I can understand how frustrating it can be, especially when you don't hit those numbers. Going back to your social support and your family and your friends, do they notice any changes in your behavior?
Yeah, they've definitely noticed that it's been a little bit like disordered, I guess. Like my eating patterns, and like I like sit out on like family dinners and stuff like that because I don't feel like it's gonna help me meet my goals. So I feel like I miss out on a lot of stuff with my family because of like being so obsessed with my food and all that.
Yeah, that has to be really tough, especially when you're with your family, because I know a lot of people that are with their families for dinner are usually enjoying a really big family meal. So I can see where that's really frustrating for you. Can you tell me what a typical, like, what triggers this obsessive behavior? Like, what does that typically look like?
Well, just like social media for one, like seeing other people looking so lean and getting ready for their shows and like their stage shots and stuff, and like looking at my stage shots. And obviously being at the gym and being in that environment all the time. Like all my friends are into fitness. Like everybody I follow on social media is into fitness. And then just like meal tracking in general, like is really triggering. Like it's hard for me to not be so obsessive when I had to be for my competition.
Right. And did you have a coach throughout this whole process?
Yeah, I did.
What did he do to help you get ready, like prep for this competition? Do you think that he was one of the reasons why you feel this way?
Yeah, I do. He was just really strict, and I don't like. He really wanted me to cut too fast, I think, and had my calories really low. And I like just being so strict and like constantly checking in with him and all of that stuff. Like I felt like I was really, it really just gave me a bad relationship with food and with like losing weight and being lean.
Yeah. So I can definitely tell that you are looking for that, you want that good relationship back with food. And that's something we will definitely work on. Now going back to like your shows and competing, can you tell me what like a typical pre-judging looks like? Like, because I hear a lot about these kind of shows, and I hear that a lot of the girls backstage are pumping up, like working out, but then there's also some other girls that do like fast for before their shows. Was that something that you did, or was that something that was an option for you?
Yeah, I did like a little bit of like pumping up before the show and just like stuff with like bands and stuff like that. I didn't really like hang out with most of the girls, like most of the girls on my team. I didn't feel like I fit in with them really. But yeah, I did a little bit of pumping up before the show.
Okay. Have you noticed that any of this has affected your school?
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah. I like, especially like when I was in prep, I wasn't able to like concentrate on like my schoolwork and stuff because I was always so fatigued. And now that I'm like back into like kind of reverse dieting, I feel like I'm just so focused on what I'm doing with my food and like just so anxious about it that that's affecting my schoolwork still.
Okay. Outside of competing and, you know, going to the gym and working out, do you do anything else to relieve your stress?
Just really hanging out with friends is really one of the only things. Like I'll relax and like watch Netflix, but not really anything else other than like fitness. That's like pretty much my big one.
Right. During your prep season, did you find yourself not really being able to hang out with your friends?
Yeah, because a lot of like what you do with friends is like a lot of like social situations involve food, and I felt like I wasn't able to, or like drinking, and I wasn't able to do either of those things because I had like such a strict meal plan and strict lifestyle that I couldn't really be involved with any of that.
Yeah, that's gotta be really frustrating. I'm really sorry that had to happen. How often do you compete a year?
So I do like during one season, I'll have like an off season, like twice a year, and then I'll have 2 seasons on a year, and I'll do like 3-4 competitions on each season.
Do you ever feel pressured?
Yes, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Okay, well, I think that's all we have for today. We'll definitely pick back up from where we left off. I can see that you are really trying to gain a good relationship back with food. You want to get your social life back. You want to be able to, you know, live your life without having to think of these numbers and always having to think to reach them. So as of now, we will definitely work more towards those goals, but also add on to that. So yeah, that's all we have for today. It was really nice meeting you.
Yeah, nice meeting you too. Thank you.
Thank you.